Morning, babe. I woke up and you weren't in bed. I'm walking along the beach now. I wanted to pick up some breakfast for us. There's this cute little taco stand that seems perfect. Tacos for breakfast? When in Mexico, why not? You're right. It's our honeymoon, so we can eat and do whatever we want. Which is why I want you back here, in bed, with me. Give me 10 minutes, okay? I'll pick up breakfast and some beers for later. I'm surprised you have so much energy after the wedding and the flight and everything we got up to last night. Well, we're only here for a week, so I want to make the most of it. Especially after dealing with your mom's drama for the last few weeks. Don't start. I know she's a lot, but I think she did her best. Especially considering that she was marrying off her only son. And all the stuff she's doing to help Dad recover, all I'm saying is that she's not that bad. I guess you're right. Have you heard from her since we got here? Just a couple texts. She's back at the hospital with Dad. I guess Dr. Barry gives him 2 more weeks before he'll get released. Thank God. He looked really bad at the wedding. He's in good hands. Mom knows how to take care of him, and she says Dr. Barry is amazing. Let's not worry about them, okay? This is our time. Right. I'm coming back now. Gabe, where are you? The movers are here. I'm packing up my office. I'll be back in an hour. Can't you come back any sooner? The moving guy keeps tapping his wrist to tell me to hurry up. And he's not even wearing a watch. I hate when people do that. And I hate moving all our boxes myself. I'm so sorry, but Mom said she's on her way over now. She'll help. Your mom? Yeah, just tell her what to do. And ignore all her subtle little criticisms. I warned her to be on her best behavior around you. She'll be fine. Okay, but shouldn't she be with your dad? He's asleep now. Dr. Barry is with him. Besides, she needs a break, and it'll be nice to say goodbye. Once we get to Philly, we probably won't be seeing her that much. You really know how to cheer me up. Don't be mean. She's going through a lot, especially with the doctor extending Dad's hospital stay. Right. We're gonna see him before we leave, right? Of course. We can stop by when the doctor says it's okay. And again, I'm sorry about not helping right now. I promise to be back as soon as I can. Love you. Love you too. Sherry, where'd you go? We're not even half finished loading up everything. Sorry, I just had to run out. Okay, will you be back? Honestly, no. I'm sorry, but I can't work under your orders. And the way you packed everything was just so disorganized and confusing. Confusing? We put everything into boxes. We labeled the boxes. How is that confusing? Well, I would have done everything very differently. I'm much more organized, no offense. Sorry. So that's it? I'm supposed to move the rest of them myself? I already said sorry! What more do you need? Fine, Sherry, you do what you want. Thanks anyway. Oh, now you're all passive-aggressive. I don't appreciate that tone. Are you mad at me? Of course not. Am I upset that my only child decided to marry someone like you? Yes. Am I sad that you've convinced my baby to move to the other side of the country? Yes, I am. But I'm not mad. You sound mad. I'm not. Gabe will always be my son, and he'll always provide for me. And one day, when he realizes he made a huge mistake, he'll move back. Are you calling me a mistake? Not in those words. And what do you mean by provide? Sherry? No comment. Sherry, what are you talking about? Well, if Gabe loved you enough to actually talk with you, he would have told you that he's agreed to pay for his father's medical expenses for the next few months. He did? Yes, because he's a good son who knows when to do what's right. I'm not surprised he didn't tell you. Knowing you, you'd probably try to convince him to abandon his poor father just as his health takes a turn for the worse. What? You know I love my new father-in-law. He's always been kind to me. He welcomed me into the family with open arms. Unlike some people. That's it! I'm done talking to you! Good luck with the boxes. Gabe, are you coming back soon? Your mom helped with literally 3 boxes and then she left without saying anything. Really? I'm so sorry. I'll be back in another 10 minutes, I promise. You said she'd be on her best behavior. And she wasn't? She called me a mistake. Honey, you're the best mistake I've ever made. Are you seriously flirting with me right now? Don't. I'm not in the mood. Also, she mentioned that you've agreed to pay for your dad's medical bills? I did. I hope you're not upset. I'm not upset about that. I'm the one who made sure we have separate bank accounts. But I am upset that you didn't tell me. You're right. I should have. Mom came to me last night in tears. Their insurance just isn't enough anymore, and Dr. Barry thinks the recovery is going to be even longer than they originally thought. Okay, well, make sure the money is going directly to the hospital. Of course. What else would it be spent on? Anyway, we can talk about this later. I'm almost done here. Hello, Teresa. I tried to call Gabe, but he didn't answer. He's driving now. We're on our way to the hospital to say our goodbyes. That's why I tried to call. Don't bother coming. What? We're going to be 1,000 miles away soon. Gabe wants to see his dad. Well, he can't. Dr. Barry has decided that he can't have any visitors right now. Why? Stan's on a new medication, and we have to limit his excitement. His heart won't be able to handle the stress of losing his son. Don't you think it would be more stressful if he doesn't get to see us before we go? No, I already checked with Dr. Barry and he stands firm. Please tell Gabe not to come. I don't like this. And I don't like watching my son leave us in our time of need just so he can start a new life with a leech like you. But I'm dealing with it. Fine, I'll tell him. Thank you. Gabe, your mom left another voice message on our house phone. Why do we even have a house phone? Uh-oh, what did she say? Your dad's going to need another surgery. Oh, no. Yeah, so she was asking for a little more money this week. Did she say how much? I'm staying out of it. Just listen to the message when you get home. Honey, I'm worried about Dad. This is taking a lot longer than that doctor predicted. And a lot more money, apparently. I'm sorry I said that. You know I'm worried about him too. I don't know what to do. Let's visit him. Huh? We've been gone 3 months now. We're all settled in. And we both have this weekend free. Why don't we go back to the hospital and surprise him? Wouldn't that make him and you feel better? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm so glad you agree because I already looked up plane tickets. $40 round trip. Okay, book them. So, can I come in too? Have you had enough alone time with your dad? Honey, are you still in the parking lot? Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to say I can come inside. I really want to see your dad, but only if he's up to it. And he wants to see you too, but we have other things to do right now. I'll explain in the car. No, explain now. What's going on? I'll explain in the car. Gabe, honey, just tell me. Did your mom do something? Yeah. I knew it! Just tell me. She left him. What? My mom left my dad. Almost 3 months ago, right after we moved. Oh, God. But she's still paying for his medical bills, right? No. Then what has she been doing with all that money? I don't know. Dad has a stack of bills that have gone unpaid. I asked to talk to Dr. Barry, but he's not here right now. Your mother has been taking your money and using it for herself? Yeah, and Dad is so out of it on pain meds that he barely understands what's happening. I can't believe this. Actually, I can. Gabe, your mother is a monster, and we need to deal with her right now. I know. Okay, you stay there with your dad and make sure he's okay. Find out any other information you can. I'm going to your parents' house so I can have a little talk with Sherry. Without me? Yes, let me handle it. You may be blind to all the garbage that your mother has put us through, but I'm not. Let me talk with her. No, honey, I can't let you go there alone. I'm already driving away. Okay, the key is under the yellow flower pot. She's not here, but guess what I did find? What? A new jacuzzi, new furniture, a freaking Mercedes? She didn't have all that stuff before. Exactly. So take a wild guess at how your mom has been spending your money. She wouldn't. You don't seriously believe that, do you? No. I told you to pay the medical bills only. Have you been writing checks directly to your mom? She said that was the easiest way for her to go through her insurance. I'm such an idiot. Yes, you are. But only because you love your mother and you never thought she'd do something this terrible. So all the emails that Dad has been sending me, all the updates, they were fake. Sherry's been lying to you this whole time. While your father, the good parent, has been suffering alone in the hospital. Keep looking around. See if you can find out where Mom went. Okay, I don't know where Sherry is, but I think I know who she's with. What? There are pictures all over the fridge of her and Dr. Barry. Dr. Barry? And they sure look cozy together. There's some of the two of them in Mexico. She took him to the same beach where we had our honeymoon, Gabe. Jesus. So what do we do? I don't know. Dad said she left him and she made him sign some papers that he was too groggy to understand. Okay, what do you mean? I think those were divorce papers. And maybe she has a copy of them somewhere in the house. I'll look now. Found them. What do they say? First of all, she wrote, irreconcilable differences. I guess that means she's a scheming hellspawn and he isn't. That's the difference. What else? She signed over the bank accounts under her name, so it looks like she cleaned him out. But that can't be legally binding. He wasn't acting with a sound mind when he signed it. We have to contest it, right? Actually, I don't think we need to. Why? We can't let her get away with this. Well, the property is still under his name. I guess she must have overlooked that part. You mean the house is still Dad's? Yep. I'm going to call a locksmith right now. And what about all her stuff? That's hers, right? Well, she won't be able to get to anything if she's not welcome on the property. And I'm guessing that none of this new stuff is paid off yet. And she won't be able to continue payments if we stop giving her money. Exactly. And don't say we. You were the one who was paying her. I know. Just stay there with your dad for now. I'll deal with the house. I knew it was you! Oh, hi, Sherry. How was your little trip with Dr. Barry? Where'd you go this time? I'm impressed that your little pea-brain managed to figure it out. Yes, I left Stan. Yes, I'm with Dr. Barry now. And yes, I've been spending Gabe's money, but he gave that money to me, so there's nothing you can do about it. Now let me into my own damn house! Oh, your key doesn't work anymore? No, it does not. But you already know that, don't you? Just like you know that I don't need the house anymore. I'm more than happy to live with Larry. Wait, the doctor's name is Larry Barry? Why is that funny? It's not. But I'll tell you what is funny. You, if you expect me to let you in. I just need to take all my belongings and leave. You can wrap your brain around that, right? Oh, Sherry, you don't have any belongings. I went through all the purchases you've made with my husband's money and called each company. I explained that you would no longer be able to make payments on them. They'll be repossessed. What? Yep, no jacuzzi, no car, nothing. You can't do that. Why not? Because they were gifts from my son, the same son you stole from me. Do me a favor, go by a dictionary and look up the word gift. That's it. I'm calling the police. To tell them what? That you're locked out of a house that isn't even yours anymore? That you don't have access to things you bought with stolen money? I didn't steal anything. And what's your plan anyway? Are you going to be Miss Sherry Berry now? Do you really think that your son will ever speak to you again? Of course he will. I'm his mother. I'll always be his mother. Well, I just talked with him, and he says he doesn't want to speak to you ever again. You turned him against me. It's all your fault. Right. Face it, Sherry. You lost your husband, you lost your son, you lost your house. And pretty soon you'll lose Dr. Larry Barry, too. Once he learns that you have nothing to your name. This isn't over. I'm getting into that house one way or another. Okay, break a window or something. You better be fast. I already called the police. How's your dad? He's doing much better now that he's on the right medications. What do you mean? His doctor has been purposefully prescribing him the wrong medications. He would have been out of here a long time ago if he had a doctor who wasn't secretly colluding with my mom. Are you serious? Yes, they were making him sicker. They can't get away with this. They won't. I've already talked to the police. Dr. Barry already has some complaints under his name. This isn't the first time he's done something shady. At the very least, he'll lose his license, but more likely he's going to jail. And your mom? She tried to visit. She was sobbing and ready to apologize. What did you do? I had security kick her out. How's their house? You mean, has your mom shown up since last night? No, she knows better. The dealership just left with her car. I'm still waiting to hear back from the jacuzzi people. Actually, maybe we can keep that one. I think once Dad comes back home, he'll enjoy relaxing in it. Good idea. So, when do you think he'll be released? His new doctor says in a week. And I trust this one. Thank God. Gabe, I need to ask you something, and I want an honest answer. Of course. After everything that's happened in the last few months, are you going to forgive your mom? I know that you've excused a lot of her past behavior, and I'm just worried that you'll end up sympathizing with her again. Honey, there is no way I will ever forget what she did to this family. I've finally had enough. That's all I need to know. So, do you want to come over here for some lunch? You still haven't seen Dad since we got back. Hospital food? I don't know. We can order a pizza. I'm joking. I'll be there soon. Obviously, Larry and Sherry Berry didn't last. Larry lost his license almost immediately, and in the face of jail time, he threw my mother-in-law under the bus big time. He basically blamed her for all the mistreatment he did to Stan. All the legal stuff is ongoing, but I refuse to follow it. Gabe does too. That woman is no longer a part of his life, and we will not waste another minute thinking about how she'll pay for her actions. My father-in-law made a full and rapid recovery. He's back in his house and seems to be really enjoying his new jacuzzi. We're planning another visit next month, and I expect to see him happier and healthier than ever. As for Gabe and me, we went back to Philly and returned to our normal life as newlyweds. Sometimes I notice Gabe get quiet, and I realize that he's thinking about his mom. She really was a big part of his life, and it must be tough to leave her behind. But those quiet moments are getting more and more sporadic. Soon, he won't think about her at all.